Because we're live.
Oh.
It's right there.
Is it yours?
Huh?
Is
No.
yours?
Yeah, that's mine.
I'm a.
What about mine?
Yeah, where is yours?
Oh, yeah, the
Well,
red
don't leave
cup.
it over there. Hey, we're at El Frio Express, Texarkana.FYI.com, Horn Hog Radio, up here at El Frio Express, getting ready. Thank you. Pina Colada
What about mine?
with the Malibu.
It's okay.
What you got?
Yeah.
Coke and Crown. Crown Coke.
Crown.
Crownies. I like to call it Crownies.
Okay. What are you drinking?
Water and Crownies.
Water.
Water. All right.
Yeah.
So look.
You can't be the owner and drink up here.
That's right.
ABC
Can't.
rules.
Yeah.
So here's what we're looking at. We're looking ahead to August, the next peak fighting show. I was excited thinking that it was the 21st, but again, Johnny, setting all of these matches,
Yeah.
and everybody knows Jeff Wright. He's a big sponsor for peak fighting. El Frio is just a huge supporter of everything going on, and our friend.
Yeah.
So.
Helps.
So we wanted to come down here and talk about it, but something has changed. The next big fight was going to be August 21st, but now it's going to be
We're gonna do a 2-night again, August 20th and 21st.
so Friday and
Right.
Saturday,
Yeah,
August 20th and 21st.
Yeah, we have a bunch of guys and girls that we need to get fights.
Mhm.
So we have, and the only place we can do it is Texarkana. It just works better here, so we're doing it.
Let me ask you this, because I've taught a number of the fight. After doing this for a couple of years now, I've connected with a few of them, and why do they? Nobody, I've never asked, but they all want to fight in Texarkana. It's like, I don't want to fight in Hot Springs. I don't want to go to Little Rock.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're going to. They want to come to Texarkana.
It's weird. I don't know. It's good and bad. I think the venue, it's the atmosphere at the fights. It's kind of a smaller venue, so it's louder with the amount of people we get to the shows. So it's probably something to do
And
with
with folks finding out about the YouTube channel and subscribing to that and starting to get to know these fighters,
Yeah.
that's the thing that I get excited about. Because you got, you have Jeff, a fighter
Jeff
that
Craig,
you're kind of sponsoring him to a
yeah, we
degree.
sponsored him, and he gave us a real good shout out at that one match. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, it was a
He
good
might-
fight.
Oh,
he
yeah, it was a
might
good
be-
fight.
He might come in August.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, the fight I'm looking forward to is Malik Lewis
Yeah.
and Emilio Williams.
Yeah.
Because it had been lined up before, and then it was pulled out, and now it's back on. And
Yeah.
is that going to be on the 21st?
Yeah, it'll be Saturday the 21st. It'll be the main event, light heavyweight title, and we'll see. I know
And
everyone's.
these are pros. I mean,
Yeah.
these are 5-minute rounds. It's
Yeah, it's Emilio's fought in Bellator. With all the COVID stuff, he kind of Bellator let some fighters go fight other places. He kind of found a little spot with us. He likes us. And Malik, I've heard everything about him under the sun, so we'll see what he does when he gets in there. And
Yeah.
he's facing a tough opponent, so we'll see what happens.
But here's the thing: it's now going to be a 2-night event, and a big part of that is it was a real blessing. Gosh, that sounds weird to say the pandemic was.
But it did help.
Yeah, it wasn't a blessing, but during the pandemic, there was nowhere else to fight. Arkansas was the only state in the world that was putting on combat sporting events. So we had fighters.
Literally the world.
I mean it, because
Yeah,
how far they
Arkansas.
come, Johnny?
Everywhere.
Brazil,
Everywhere.
Brazil,
California.
Egypt,
Yeah.
Canada.
Canada.
Philippines,
Yeah. Everywhere.
from
Mexico.
all over the world, they were coming to fight for peace. And so what happened was, well, I'm just going to put it my way, all right? If you start a business and you kick it around like a football, then it's just going to be a game. You and Brian, they could put girls in thong bikinis up there as ring girls and sell some pay-per-view, but that's not what it's about. They're focusing on the sports and these athletes and building their careers. And by taking it that serious, I mean, how many times has UFC contacted you now? Not to give out any business,
But I mean,
they're calling you all the time.
yeah, well, we got management companies calling us trying to get our guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we got, and then there's another. Zach Reese is fighting here August 21st. I mean,
Zach worked with me on the last
yeah,
one, right?
He's He's a
He's
tough
a-
opponent.
he's a beast, yeah. And such a,
You
Painful.
got your favorites, I got mine.
and that's
Oh,
one of the
God,
things
here you
about.
go.
Here you go.
I don't have
All right,
favorites.
who's
I
your-
just make
who's
fights.
your fighter?
I just make fights.
Jeff Drake.
Is he your favorite?
He's my favorite. I like him. That kid's tough.
I like watching Kobe.
Oh,
Kobe
yeah.
Bradford. He's fun to watch.
Dude, that last fight, him and Cameron. Oh my God.
And, Cameron, pressure.
Mm.
Another one.
That was
I mean,
painful to watch. It hurt.
Well, they
It
were.
was painful. It was like bam, bam, bam.
Well, they were both hurt
Yeah. Oh yeah.
after the
You
thing was
know.
over.
Yeah. So Kobe Bradford on the way back from Little Rock stopped in here to one of the emergency centers and got taken care of. So,
Yeah, it's but these are some great competitors, and not just the men. I mean, we've got
Yeah,
some.
we got a
Caddy Strike. When does her? We had a girl come Caddy Strike. I guess twice. She fought once,
Mhm.
and was that a decision by decision? But this second time,
Knocking.
she
Knocking
didn't.
her.
She wasn't. I mean, it was.
a good fight.
It was a heck of a knockout. She
Oh.
wasn't leaving it to the judges this time.
No.
But
The girl was out for a little while, probably 20, 30 seconds.
but she has
She was
a
out.
Caddy Strike has a Netflix
She'll have a documentary coming out.
docu-series type thing coming out that she's in. So I'm really looking.
Yeah, it'd be
I'm
exciting.
hoping. I'm sure they're going to have some footage.
Oh no, yeah, we've
I know
the
they've got
production
cameras
team,
there.
yeah. Well, they're gonna use some of our footage. They have their
Mhm.
own footage and stuff like that. They'll use some of our commentary. You'll
Oh,
probably be
no.
on there.
Oh.
Miss
But
Caddy, I am so sorry.
I don't know if what they're gonna use of ours, but they requested all ours, so we're working with them. They're easy to deal with.
Well, good. So here it is, coming up August 20th, 21st. This will be PF 14 and 15 at the Texarkana, Arkansas Convention Center, the Holiday Inn. So you can get your tickets at peakfighting.com.
Yes, and then
If you haven't been to the YouTube channel yet,
Oh, yeah.
go by there and subscribe.
you can see some of the fights, and
I
you'll
think
see
just
some-
about all of them are up. I don't know from the last fight if they're all up there
I don't know
yet.
if they're all up, but there should be. You
I
can
know
watch.
just-
Yeah,
I
you
know
can
just
watch some
about all
of the
of
kids
them.
coming here fighting.
And Caleb's been getting a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah.
Some more getting at it all the time.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fights on there.
Get to know some of these guys.
Like us on Facebook too, because that's where you'll get most of our information. Like we'll release fight announcements. We'll start releasing those next week. Pretty hard. We just released one. We already got 15 matchups for Saturday, and I think 12 for Friday. So, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Are we gonna have, or do you know if we're gonna have more amateurs on Friday?
Yeah, it'll be more amateurs on Friday, but it's we'll
Well,
have amateur title fights. We'll have experienced Amies.
That's what I wanted to say. You know, a lot of folks may hear the term amateur and they're thinking boxing, or they're thinking, tough man
Yeah.
kind of thing. That's not the series here. These
No,
amateurs, all of our every amateur that's fighting for a peak right now, I truly believe could go pro.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
They've been
ready
at it
to
a while.
ready to
Yeah.
go pro, but they just may not personally be ready. And here's the difference:
I'll say this.
when you're an
On top of
amateur, it's 3-minute rounds.
Mhm.
All right. So one of the big changes is when you go pro, it's now 5-minute rounds.
Yeah.
The other big change, you now throw
Nose
elbows.
to the head,
Yeah, you can throw elbows. You can throw reinforced knees.
to the face.
But the biggest difference is these numbers are now forever.
Yeah.
Your amateur, you can have 100-0 amateur record, but when you go pro, you're even.
Yeah.
It's all zeros, and it's like starting over, and you can't erase those. So
Yeah.
that's why some people hesitate on going pro now.
And a lot of our more brutal knockouts come in the amateur fights because they make mistakes a lot more.
Mhm.
Like they're good, but
Oh,
they
they're
just
good.
and they haven't learned how to just survive in the cage as long as those guys have.
We call it fighter IQ.
Yeah.
You got to start. You plan your breath, everything.
So it's this like they make mistakes and they pay for it because those guys still have the ability to hurt you.
We have such good. We had T.J. Brown.
Yeah,
we've got
he'll
all
be
these.
here.
All these UFC guys are coming in, and that's what I like to see when we're talking about our amateurs. I mean, I think they're ready for pros.
Yeah. Oh,
But they get that information. We're giving them an education.
Yeah.
To give you an example, we still, back in the beginning, back when this whole thing started, some of these guys would put down, what's your style? Badass food or something.
Yeah.
They'd write down something silly,
Yeah.
not realizing that you're going to get this video,
Yeah.
and your trainers are going to get something out of this.
Yeah.
This is a real deal. We're
Yeah,
not,
now
we're
they're-
not joking. And now they're taking it more serious. They're building their careers, and they're getting contracts.
Yeah. No, they are getting contracts. A lot of our guys are getting seen, so it's good and bad.
But I really was kind of concerned, and I'm just saying this between us here, but I was kind of concerned when everybody started lifting stuff and all these other states started fighting. Are we still gonna? So I wasn't expecting it to continue to grow at the rate it is, but it's because of the way that you and Brian and the whole crew, it's about the sport.
But that's another thing is we're not, like, they might go to another promotion and then they come right back. They're like, man, it's not the same. They treat us like crap, and we don't want to be treated like crap. So,
That's right.
I mean,
That's right. Well, you're building it for the long run.
Yeah.
So peak fighting is going to be around.
oh yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
So
nowhere.
It'll be exciting. Texarkana, this is gonna be a good show. This is gonna be a good fight.
The Malik
Yeah,
Lewis,
that's
Emmanuel
I mean, there are.
Williams.
They both have managers, obviously, but this fight's big for both of them. Just like that Dimitri Ivan kid. I mean, how he fought in Little Rock. He's got eyes on him. His brother's in the UFC, so we'll see what happens. I mean, he should fight in October, maybe. So we'll see what happens.
Maya
will be here
Maya,
in August.
is she going to have some fighters coming from?
I think she's
from out
got
on the West
one
Coast?
coming, and we might have a girl coming to fight. A girl you might have mentioned earlier, but no,
I
Maya.
ain't trying to give away no secrets. I'm just.
Maya's she's different.
Yeah, but she. I mean, they've got a whole stable of fighters. She's.
Yeah.
Just about every event, she shows up with 3, 4 entries.
They got it nice. They train right on the beach.
Yeah, yeah. San Diego, California.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice life, but I don't know, man. It should be exciting.
Now let's throw something in there, Jeff, with El Frio.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the fights on August 20th and 21st, hey Big Al. Yeah, I'm just making sure because we know who the boss is.
We know.
That's right.
On the 20th and 21st, August 20th, 21st, after the fights, bring your ticket stub to El Frio and get $2 off your purchase.
Absolutely.
That work?
That works. What about you, Al? You okay with that?
I'm great at giving away other folks' money.
Are you okay with it, Al?
I doubt it.
I doubt
Man,
it.
that's a tough one.
She's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm great at giving away other folks' money. All right, so El Frio Express, Jeff, thanks for letting us do this video up here, Johnny.
No problem.
All right, we're looking forward to it. The 20th,
The
21st August, tickets available now.
At peakfighting.com.
Yeah.
And then YouTube, if you want to check out some action, Peak Fighting.
Some really good fights
Yeah.
on there. And do notice from like the early fights to the latest fights, every event,
It gets more intense.
every event, we
More
also
intense
get,
every time.
You got
It's
more
like,
violence.
oh.
well, we also buy more equipment, so
Yeah.
the picture gets better.
The
and
problem,
sound gets
that
better.
that big cage, they just generate so much power.
It is. It's a 30-foot
Yeah. Lot
cage.
more room.
There are very few series that use a 30-foot.
I mean, UFC uses
30-foot
a
octagon.
28-foot cage.
Yeah. this is
Bellator's
big.
is 28-foot.
Yeah.
Ours is just a little bit bigger, but it
A lot
generates
of
power.
these smaller have
Power.
just 24-foot cages.
So a lot of people don't like watching grappling; they like to watch striking. So this kind of leans more towards striking. Yeah,
It's
so
a
you people
striker's
get
cage.
knocked down.
And
That one cheese.
I'm going to tell you, I know that both of them are real good in their grappling, but hey, you can't say that on Facebook.
What two guys?
August 21st, 22nd, Peak Fighting. Get more information at peakfighting.com.
Yeah, peakfighting.com.
They got